All right, it's going through.
That's crazy.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. It's your girl Sunshine coming at you with my boy Corey here. I don't do the full government name. If you want to say your full name, you can.
Nope.
But if not, you already know. His name is Corey. We are here for the fellas, but we know chicks like cars too and the whips. I know I do. Look, Miles and I want to go to NASCAR races. But now we're gonna talk about it because after that owner did that little stunt with the noose.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, no, Mal. But I still want to go ride. I still want to go see them fast cars.
Jordan just bought a NASCAR team.
Who?
Michael Jordan did.
He
just,
did?
Yeah, went in with somebody to buy a NASCAR team.
Oh.
So it's like he like the first black owner of NASCAR ever.
Oh.
And what's his name? The dude, Bubba Wallace. Is one of his drivers.
Oh, he hired him.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. Jordan's kudos. Did you see my post today when I said I agree with this? They was like, LeBron is this, Kobe is this, Kobe was that, put them all in one, and that's Jordan.
Yep.
Yes, yep. And I was like, I agree. This message. But we'll talk. Sports is Monday. This is Tuesday. We talking about them cars. But Monday, when the fellas go on about the sports, you can hop on and talk with them.
Okay.
But I talk to, I be in the comments like, read my comments. Then I'm texting them like, yo, do you not see me commenting here? I know sports, man. You know. What's up, y'all? All right, loyals, chime in. I know I usually go at 9, but my boy got off at 9:30, so I had to make way because I love cars. Oh my God, I love cars. And I make sure when I rent cars, it's the Dodge Charger. Open that bad boy.
Gotta be a Charger.
But you can't drive them in the wintertime.
I drove my wife in the wintertime.
You did? Oh no, not with the snow.
It was fun. It was fun. It was be honest,
it was
the
best. Trap scare?
It was the best car I ever drove in the wintertime.
Really?
Yep. I put snow tires on it. Yeah. I put snow tires on it because they're so heavy. It's a tank. Like they weigh 40 pounds. Oh. I put snow tires on it. The only time I got stuck one time. And that was one in my driveway. And that was because the snow plow blocked in my driveway, so I tried to get through instead of just getting out.
Instead of getting out shoveling, you was being lazy.
Yeah,
and you got stuck, and you still had to get out.
Which way I had to get out and shovel. So I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, like crazy. Like this one, I ain't gonna drive one more time. Like this one, I'll go up.
Why?
Because that's a 392. So that's the wide body. That's special.
So what's the difference?
So the other one was just all right. So the other one I had, the orange one, was a 5.7. So it was a Daytona. It was really just the RT that looked good.
Okay.
And then this one got the 392 motor in it. It's the wide body, it's the wide wheels, and the good brakes and everything. So like I'm not trying to.
So the other one was the dog out Dodge. You was doing her.
Yeah.
You wasn't treating her like your baby.
I did, but like that one. There we go. That's my baby right there. Like,
yeah.
We be
the white or the red?
The white one.
Yo, I know, right? I stole them from your Facebook page.
Oh, that was from the night we was at Sonic when the demon right there. That was it was like right after I got the car. I think I only had the car for
that white looks so pretty. Them Dodge Chargers are so pretty. Pretty baby. Pretty.
We already been out. I've been out down there a couple times, but like it's a car.
Well, how many cars do you have? Because I swear every year you be changing up or you change the color. Which
something.
I
switch up. So I had the Jeep. Then I went from the Jeep to the orange Charger. Then I went from the orange Charger to a black Charger for a minute. That didn't work out, so I went back to the orange Charger.
Okay.
And then I still got to come around. I should be picking that back up. Hopefully Friday. I'm hoping.
What?
It's been a 2-year-old deal with this car. So I had the car. I bought it in 13.
Okay.
And then I had it for a whole time, and then I blew the motor. So
that's quick.
Well, I blew the motor in 17. I blew it in 17. So it's older, it's a 2000, but it's my baby. I've always wanted one, so super clean. So I did some work to it, mess around, blew the motor. So I took it to this dude out of Rochester. I ain't gonna say his name. Leave it like that. But he ended up messing me up out of some money. He did the work. I paid him. He was supposed to do more work, took the motor apart, just left the motor apart. Yeah, for 2 years. For 2 years. So he had my car for 2 years. So
wait, he had your vehicle for 2 years?
For 2 years.
Oh yeah, no.
When I got the car back, got the the whole ordeal. It was a crazy ordeal. Like the shop ended up getting forced to close. So I had to set up appointments to go get stuff. Like it was a crazy ordeal. Like I'm thinking it's like tax evasion. He got caught for it. So anyway, so then I went and got the car. I got the car back. And got the car out to out in Tonawanda, spot called LS Candies, or that was called LS Specialties. Shout out to them. If y'all ever got an LS car or anything, that's
y'all listen. Y'all listening
on River Road. And he do everything too. So like he got a whole bunch of cars, but his specialty is LS Power Cars. So we got that out there now. And he's had it for 2 months, got the car back together, so working the bugs out of it and everything right now. So it should be ready for me to pick it up on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm mad about though, because I'm gonna pick it up and just put it in the garage because I ain't gonna drive it in the wintertime anyway. So, but I'm like, at least,
so now she's gonna collect dust.
Yeah, she back and she's gonna be in the garage. So at least she home. She's gonna be home.
Okay.
So
as long as she's home.
Yeah,
I know.
And I got another little one. I haven't revealed that one yet. So
why? I get exclusives. This is my exclusive. Do I not get exclusives, y'all? Y'all know I get Sunshine gets exclusives. I get exclusives on everything. I get exclusives.
This one's a secret yet because I haven't decided I'm gonna do it yet. So I don't know if I can keep it if I'm gonna get rid of it. So
well, what is it?
Waiting. I can't say it. Then we got the truck. I got the truck. I got an Avalanche now. That one's that's in the shop right now too. We're getting a couple things done to it.
Corey, you're not gonna give me the exclusive.
Nope. That's a secret. Now I'll tell you what. Once I decide to, I'll come back on.
Okay.
And then
with the pictures and everything, with the pretty pictures.
Once I decide, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. Nobody even knows that, except my wife. But that's it. So
it's a Hot Wheels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I get. Everything is fast. Everything gotta be nice. Everything gotta be fast. Wait.
For real. Of course, it gotta be fast.
Everybody was talking about gas mileage. I'm like, why? Somebody asked me the other day, they was like, you got all these V8s, you get gas mileage. I'm like, okay. We having fun, right? Like that's the whole purpose.
Look, we living to live. Look, if I die, at least they can say I went out with a bang.
Right? Like I'm ain't worried about how many times I gotta fill up. Like I just want to have fun and whatever happens, happens. Let's go. That's why the cars we was going out with. Like last week, Saturday.
I seen some pretty cars. I was like, oh, and the red one with the pictures inside. I saw that too. Oh, yeah. I was like, sweet.
That car.
Nobody can get in that one.
That thing.
You would die.
He got the computer set up so he can change his tunes. Like we be out running, and he can change his tunes on the fly. Like the computer was actually mounted next to him, so he could just, as he's driving, he could just hit the button and change his tunes on it.
How much with these fast cars and the pictures I posted with the computer and everything, how much would that run somebody? Like if they want to set it up, what is the cost? Like the hydraulics, the nitro, all that. Break it down.
It varies. So like that one, the vet, he probably got, guessing just from looking at this car, he probably got about $50,000 into it. It's crazy. Like I don't got nowhere near that in my Camaro.
Because your wife could kill you.
Yeah, she don't even know how much I got in it with. Just in case you
know. Yeah. Okay, I plead the fifth. I'm not getting in trouble with him.
I lost track. I asked him to see that I lost. I don't know what happened. Like it's for a supercharger, like mine for the 392, I want a supercharger, but they don't hold boost good. So to put boost on that motor, you got to do the internals. You got to do pistons. You got to do rockers. You got to do valves. So it's to do a supercharger on the car. The supercharger is like $8,000, but the work that you need done to it to make it run correctly with it is like another 5-6. So that's what I'm like.
So you dropping almost $20,000.
Right after you just spent $50 for the car.
Yeah.
And then you avoiding your warranty. So I'm like, all right, maybe with the other ones I'll continue to do that route. Just keep this one as a normal daily. I'm like, it's still fast. I'm like, it's fast. It's not fast. It's quick. It's for daily drivers.
So when you upgrade your vehicle and you breaking in and putting things in, and then you sell them or you give them back to the dealer, like what?
I sell them. I like with the orange one, you know, I did all that work to it, but when I traded that one in, the deal they gave me on it was crazy because like right now the market is crazy. Like used car market, like anybody out there looking for a used car, I wouldn't even do a used car. Like go buy brand new because the deals you get on brand new cars is better than the deals you want to get on a used car right now. So like they gave me 30 for my car. But what's crazy is when I traded it in, it was 3 years old. It had 48,000 miles and then they gave me 30 for it. The month before I traded it in, I was looking at a Durango SRT and it was only worth 25 then. In a month, it went up $5,000 because of the COVID. There's no cars, so they have no used cars in the lot. So the dealers are pretty much paying retail. So they have my car with 50,000 miles. They had them in the lot right now. They have 36.
Wow!
And you could buy a brand new Charger, a Scat no less. This was only a 5.7. You could buy a brand new 392. You're not gonna have all the features that I had in and everything, but you have a bigger motor, the better brakes, and all that. And you could buy a brand new one for like 33. So why spend 36 on a used car when you can get a brand new one with the deals for 33?
Wow.
So like the car's still sitting there. They've had it for 2 months. I think they marked it down to 34 now. But I'm like, they're never gonna sell it because the people that are looking at it, like if you're looking at the type of vehicle, you already know, like, okay, you probably did some homework and you can find new ones for cheaper. So yeah, I'm telling everybody, like, if you could do it, don't buy a new car, right? Or don't buy a used car. Like unless it's something that's crazy cheap. You know, like if you're looking at trying to go high end and get like a Mercedes or a Vet or something like that, where you still gonna spend $100,000 if you go brand new. But if you're looking at Chargers or anything, yeah, go brand new because the deals,
I don't like used cars anymore. I like spanking new ones because you get the gap insurance on it and you get all that. Because let me tell you, why everybody always call us because they know we worked 10 years in the claims department. And he's the seller, but I worked in the claims department. So I know they be like, no, we know you sell it. Give me Mickey.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, you need the gap insurance, especially with 0 miles. You buy this, You definitely want to do this. You want to do 8 PIP, Old Bell. You want to have that on your policy too. I was like, look at here, because if you get injured and you only got $25.50, bruh, if you are broken back or whatever, your PIP is gone just from that. The MRIs and everything else, it's done.
When I had my knee surgery, my PIP claim was $50,000.
Yeah.
Just to do my knee. Like it was.
So
ridiculous.
if you don't have the A PIP and the O Bell, you really screwed.
Yep.
So if you get seriously hurt, you better have A PIP on your policy, O Bell on your policy, and more than $25.50. Don't be cheap because if you get injured in an accident, you want to make sure that if you need surgery, they're paying for it and you're not getting no lien on your account. Hello.
And if you got $25.50 and you hurt somebody,
you really, man, listen, you better get that 300.
Yeah.
Cover yourself an umbrella policy if you own a home. You heard? Okay, back to cars now. But that is part of the car's insurance.
That's important.
Y'all really need to know. Ask Sunshine. Sunshine, I'll tell you, because I worked in the claims department for 10 years. 10 long years. You see how I stress that? Long years.
I was in claims for 6 months and it felt like it was 20 years.
Ooh, I got plantation. Lord, the plantation. Oh, yes, sir, my son. No, it wasn't
claims
me.
to have you reevaluate your whole career choice.
Look,
quickly.
Claims will make you try to keep your salvation. It's like football where you gotta catch yourself before you dropping them bombs, and you be like, "Ooh, you gonna take me there? You gonna take me there?" But
I remember coming into that diary and be like, "Oh,
yes." And they're supposed to put you on hold when you go out on medical leave, and you come back and they never do. I'm like, "Nope, you better clear it out."
30,000 entries. Here you go.
Look, and I'm like, "Nope." From this to this. You fix it and send it to somebody, but nope.
Yep.
We rented a Dodge Charger in Cali when we went to California before the virus. It was a few years ago because we had it all laid out. This is when Chairman's was going to. Woo!
I remember the pictures.
This is when we was going to meet everybody down at Vegas, but we already been to Vegas, so we was like, yo. Let's do the few days ahead and do Los Angeles. So we went to the Charger. That baby was pretty. So I drove from Los Angeles all the way to Vegas, okay? And in the desert, after you get off the mountains from Los Angeles, coming down to Arizona, it's a straight run. And there's no cops, no speed limit. Look, I was on Route 66. I was thinking about cars and the race cars.
Yeah.
Look, he was asleep. I was like, we're going to see how fast you go, baby.
Yes, I love these short trips.
A 3-hour drive was down to 1 hour because I was.
You got to be on it. You got to be on it.
And then I was just changing lanes just to change lanes just to see what
Smart would have woken up like,
he woke up and was like, we here already? He was like, how fast? I said, I opened her up. I made sure she was on full tank.
you got it. It's
Right
so
after the
much
mountains
fun.
from Los Angeles, then it was only an hour. Because from Los Angeles there, it was supposed to be 3 hours. Yeah, no, I dropped that down.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When we do the Florida trip, we go to Florida every year, except for this year.
I know. I be so mad. I was like, hey, put me in the suitcase. Y'all go to the racetrack. Don't you go to NASCAR?
Yeah, we go to Daytona, and we ain't every single time we beat up there. It ain't never been a race. Well, we go check out because I'm like, when I had to Daytona, I was like, I gotta go to Daytona.
Come
like,
on.
the car was made for us because of the speedway.
I know.
So we went up there. Like the first year I got the pictures, it was cool.
And you don't ever be telling me because me and Miles named the truck outside Flash. He was like, Mom, Daddy don't be opening up. Let's go open this up on the highway. Sure do. Miles is my mini-me. We be in it.
Yeah, next year, I want to let y'all know that. We usually do, like the one we did Saturday, that was just an impromptu. Like, we got hit up like, yo, you want to go run? So a couple guys met up and we just go. Like, we meet in the parking spot. We just chill in the parking lot for 45 minutes. Everybody get there and then we on the throughway. But usually, like we'll do Sonic in the summertime is big. So
really?
Yeah, I think it's Thursdays. And I wasn't going because I work Thursdays. So it was a pain. But usually Thursdays during like evening time.
Okay.
Do something.
I get off at 5. I could be over there with Miles.
The one where I was showing the pictures, the one that you guys saw the pictures from, that was I think that
September
was the last
12th,
Saturday.
I think.
No,
last Saturday. I was like, well, Dad, Corey, I told you let me know.
That one was the when we just went out and cruised. But the Sonic one, the 2 weeks before that, that one was crazy. This dude put together this, what was it called? The highway takeover. And he planned it in like 7 days. That was it. Wow. And just sent out messages to people and people started sharing it and everything. So where Airport Plaza Jewelers is, we met there, but behind it, there's a huge open parking spot. So we get there, it's probably like 100 cars or something. Man, that's crazy. So it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we left and we cruised from there. We took the 33 down into downtown, around downtown, back on the 990.
Cops don't bother you?
Yeah, I mean, they do. You gotta just don't be slow.
So y'all was 100 deep?
And then by the time we got back to Sonic, it was like 250 cars. Like it was crazy. It was the craziest thing I've ever been a part of. Like I've never been, like usually it's like, if we ride, it's like 10, 15, maybe 25 cars tops. But to have 250, it was the craziest thing.
Name some vehicles that was there.
Let's see, we had the Corvette. It was probably about 5 or 6 Corvettes. That red one right there, that's a Dodge Demon. So that's the
What's
Demon.
the difference of the Dodges?
So you got the Charger, you got the Challenger. Then each one got the little basic V6, which nobody likes those. And then you got the RT.
So V6 you should stay clear of.
Yeah. Like unless you care about gas mileage,
because that gas. Wait, they're slow? No, I need. Like, if I'm getting a Dodge, if I'm getting a Mustang, I need fast.
Yes, like to me, when I see people I know people that got V6 Mustangs, I'm like, wow, why did you even get the V8? Like that's the whole point of getting.
So V8 is the fast.
Yeah, like you want the muscle car. You want to me at least. Like I mean, if you like gas mileage, hey, somebody out there probably listening got a V6 Mustang or Challenger. I'm not talking. Me personally, I don't care about gas mileage. You know what I mean? Like I want to have fun and whatever.
You want to ride out.
Yeah. Like I know so many, like I've been like that my whole, like my father, before he passed, he always had fast cars. So that's how I grew up as a kid. How you grew up. Like as a kid, when it was just before my little sister was born, my dad had 3 Corvettes at the time. So like as a kid, like I'm 3 years old in the vet with him. That was just.
That's just it.
So as I got older, it was just always, and he used to mess with me. Like when I got my first car, it was a little 4-cylinder. No, my first car was a V6. My second car was a little 4-cylinder. Then he was always messing with me. So then my third car had a supercharged V6. Fourth was supercharged 6. And so then I started building my way up.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just the way, that's the way we were. Like even my mother, she would always have fast cars.
Okay.
So it was just
it's
like,
in the blood.
Yeah, so it was like now my son on the other hand, I'm like, no, you get your little V6 or not even that a V6, get you a 4-cylinder.
Because we work in claims because we know what they do.
Because he always like, Dad, let me drive your car. I'm like, no, you ain't. So like he got a ticket problem, just like I had back in the day. So I'm like, you do not need
skyrocket.
Yeah, so I'm like, you do not need no V8. You keep you with a V6 or not even a V6, right? He needed like a 4-cylinder. But and he needed a slow because nowadays these 4-cylinders now you need a 4-cylinder 300 horsepower, right? And it's quick. Like
no,
there was a guy that was out there with us last weekend. He had the Volkswagen, the R32 Golf. And it's a decent little car. It comes with like 280 horse on the factory, all-wheel drive, little 4-cylinder. And he had the fastest car because it was modded. He had one of the fastest cars that was out that night.
Wow.
And he was killing cars he should not have been killing. I mean, he was that red vet with the Pro Charger. He killed him. And he
just passed Jones like.
Yeah, we was like. And when we see
so
it,
what
I was
did he
like,
put in it? Like nitro? What did he put in?
He had a turbo. He had bigger turbos on it, a computer program. It was everything. I mean, the car was crazy. But if you've seen it, what I liked about it, if you've seen it and heard it, it sounded stock. It was super quiet. Everything looked stock. He just had this huge intercooler on the front of it.
So it was a sleeper.
Yep, had the same factory wheels on it, everything. Looked completely stock. Didn't even have tint. But then when he got on it, we was all like what the fuck? I was like, no, did that just happen right there? Everybody was like, oh, what? And then come to find out, it was Bill. He had crazy power out of it.
Oh, wow.
And then the one dude that was out with us with the vet, his run was crazy. He has a GTR too. So he took the vet home when he got his GTR. So I was like, well, you just got money like that. Like, all right.
Yeah, right. Don't be with the car.
Like, let me take my vet home and get the GTR. I was like,
now, do you build cars up from the ground up?
So I don't, because I don't have time to. Like there's a car I want to buy. Hopefully in the next year or so, and I want to do it myself. It's just I don't have the time to. Like between work and kids and everything, and like my garage, I got everything. And,
you just redid your garage.
Yeah, so like I'm not like I do stuff to my cars, but I'm not trying to completely tear down a motor and build it all up in the garage. Like,
gotcha.
So I'm gonna get another. Like my cousins and my uncle got a shop, like a little garage that I can actually probably do it at.
Okay.
But that's my next one. I want to get I want to build it. I want to do a G body, which is a lot of people probably know what G bodies is. The G bodies is the Monte Carlos, the Grand Prix, the Ricos, the Cuddies from like in the 80s. Like I want to get like an 88 Monte Carlo. My first car was an 83 Monte Carlo, so I still got a soft spot for him.
So you want to get the classics.
So yep, I need to get an 88 Monte Carlo, and I want to build that one. I want to LS swap it and throw a turbo on it. And then that'll probably be the one I'm done with. That'll probably be the
one you keep and don't sell.
Yep, and I'll be done. I'm like, and then I'll stop with my car obsession.
No, you won't. Once the cars are in your blood, you won't.
Like you can't.
Like
it's so hard.
Growing up, I told my mother I want a Mustang 5.0 GT. Why at the time her friend at work was like, because my mother was like, when you graduate, you get your car. What car do you want? That ninja went and told my mother, you know what the 5.0 stands for? I was like, mind your business. This is not your place. I was like, who is you? You don't live in our house. You ain't my daddy. Shut up. So then my mom was like, no, what does it? Because we was going looking for it later that week. Don't you know that ninja ruined it for me? Back in the day, I cussed him out. I cussed him out. I was crying. I was like, you promised me. No.
I can relate to that. It's funny because my first car,
I was with it.
I was looking at it was an 86 Monte Carlo. This dude had it in Clarence. And I drove past it. I was using my mom's car at the time, and I seen this car. The thing was gorgeous. It was white, burgundy interior, the half burgundy top, and it had T-tops on it. It had rims on it. Had a 350 in it, and I fell in love with it. And this was, so I graduated in 95. It It was 95 actually. It was like spring of 95 because I graduated in June. Matter of fact, yeah, it was spring of 95. Fall of 94 actually, when I seen the car. So I'm talking to the dude. He didn't sell it, so he parked it away. So I stopped by, and he used to let me just come in and look at the car. So he made a deal with me that, listen, I could pay him. He was going to keep the car until I put him server. He'd give me receipts and everything. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I started saving up money. I was working 2 jobs at the time. So I'm saving up money. The one check was for me. The other check was for the car.
Mm-hmm.
So I had all this money stacked aside to the point. So the one day I took my cousin over there to go see it. And I took my cousin to go see it. And he was like, damn. He was like, we took it for a ride. And he was like, man, this thing's fast. And I was like, he's like, I don't know if you need this. I was like, shut up. Just the car.
Just mind your business. We gonna get this.
So this fool go back and say something to my mother, who said something to my father. So my father went and go look at the car. So then he drove it. And he was like, hell no. And I said, listen, I'm paying for it. Like, this is me. Like, if I want to buy it, I'm gonna buy it. Like, you can't tell me I can't buy something with my money.
Then what happened?
So
he told you, and you didn't buy it.
He went back, talked to the dude, told the dude he was going to let me buy the car and everything. The dude understood. The dude canceled, get my money back and everything.
Oh.
So then they call themselves surprising me. So my father and my mother, they found an '83 Monte Carlo that was the raggediest thing you ever seen in your life. It was rusted. If you closed the doors, the bottom of the door shook as you closed the doors. It was just rusted out.
Oh no!
Pulls it, so they go get it. I don't know nothing about it. They call themselves surprising me. So I'm sitting at the house, and it pulls in, and I'm like, "Who let that raggedy guy in this driveway?" So then my mom pulls in, parks in the garage, and I'm like, she come out. I'm like, who was that outside? She said, come outside, you gotta see something. I'm like,
oh, they was happy?
They was happy.
Oh, no.
So I get outside, and I'm looking at the thing like, yo, whose car is that? I'm like, whoever's car that is, I feel sorry for him. If I was like, it's yours. I was like, no, it's not. I said, my car, because I didn't know he had already talked to the dude and canceled the deal.
Oh, no.
I said, my car is white. I'm like, that's not. Mm-mm. He was like, no, we talked to him and told him that the car was going to be too fast for you, so we got the money back. We went and bought this.
With your money?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not even a surprise, though. Like, you can't. I was so hurt.
Man.
I was so hurt. And then the funny part about it is, so I went and got the car registered and everything. The day I got the car registered, I went to start it and the alternator died. So the guy just sat there for like 3 weeks. So I had to save more money to the alternator for it. I was so mad.
Oh, no.
So bad. So ever since then, that's what I'm like. All right, I'm just after I started working, and I was like, all right, I'm buying whatever I want when I want.
know that's right.
Nobody's saying nothing different.
You poor thing. They use your money for a lemon.
Yeah. I was like, how you go? They were so happy, like, we got you a car. I'm like, no, really, you didn't, though. Like, I got me a car.
Right? Because you took my money.
Like, and that's not the car that I wanted. Like, that's not.
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? I think that's why I've always been stubborn and bullheaded. Like, don't tell me what I can't do. Because I'm going to do it.
Like, I'm going to do it. If you
I'm going to do it.
I can't have
you tell me I can't, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save up just to show you I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was like, you was always like that. So I still didn't get my Mustang, but I'm going to do it. Now I don't want the Mustang. I want the Dodge Charger. Man, after I opened that pretty baby, and I was just like, even until we got around the mountains, I was like, when we started coming to Mount Carver, I was like, all right, I'll slow down. Okay. And then back again. Oh my God. I had a blast because it's your adrenaline. I was like, I put this on for the show tonight because the windows roll down.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite. I love driving. Like anything, it's just I'll leave, you get stressed out sometimes. You know what I mean?
I love taking a drive. Just to drive, don't bother me. The windows roll down. I'm going music on. Yep. Let's go.
Listen to the music. I'm shifting.
Let's go.
It's such a stress relief, and some people don't get it. I'm like the way I have my cars. They're my kids. Like the way. Yeah. Like I always look at my father. Always told me, if you're gonna pay for something, you might as well take care of it.
Exactly, especially because it's your money.
Yep.
And you need to get from A to B. Because let me tell you, in July, I drove from here by myself down to Long Island. It was a beautiful drive. And it was a Dodge Charger. was like,
you gotta get one.
They was like, you can buy it. I was like, yeah, but winter comes.
You would. I'll be honest. You put
I
some snow
have to
tires
have
on
two
it?
cars. No.
Yes, two cars.
Yeah. No, I have to have two cars. I keep the Highlander and I get the car and I'll be good.
There you go. There you go.
Because Highlander is for the winter.
Yep.
And the car is for the summer.
That's
and take it to the beach.
And it's it's a family car. That's the crazy. That's what I like about it. It's got so much power, and it's a family car. Like like a couple of my boys got the Challengers. No, I don't not like them, but I would never buy them because I need the 4 doors. You know what I mean? I need to be able to get an Italian out the car without having to get out and
headaches
and all that.
Yeah, I can't. And then,
oh
God, are you out here talking? I don't want to hear that.
No.
It's like, shut up.
And then we not want the car. That's gonna make me be like, just get rid of this way.
Yeah.
So it's
the kids. Yeah.
And I'm like, it was the perfect. Excuse me. It's the perfect car. Like to me, it is like it's fun, and it don't get bad gas mileage. Like really, like in this one's way faster than the orange one, and I get better gas mileage in this one because now the new one's got the cylinder deactivation and all that good stuff too. So you actually, I mean, the way I drive it, I beat on the car. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I would never buy a car that I had. Like ever.
Oh,
I would never.
Bad.
Yeah.
They're like, this must
like I take care of them. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm not one of the people that do some people follow the thing in the car and change the oil in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're 100% supposed to do that. But I do it every 3,000 miles. Like that's just because I've
Aren't you supposed to do it 3,000?
Now you don't have to because now you just follow the car. A lot of the cars will let you get up to like 5,000, 6,000, especially if you use synthetic oil. But I use synthetic, and I've actually
I
had
do
people
too, but they're
me,
so
like,
expensive with those synthetic.
Yeah, and I've had people tell me like I've taken to get an oil change and they'll be like, nah, you don't need to do your own. You don't need to do it. Like, and I'll take it because like with Dodge, most of the time with Dodges you get free oil changes for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
And I'll go, and they'll be like, "Oh, you don't need to get the change. It's only 3,000 miles." I'm like, change it. Like that's just something else. It's just my father told me too. You change your mind every 3,000 miles. Change your oil. Change your oil. Change your oil. So that's but like surprisingly, like this one is not only is it funner and faster, is really a better all around car. Like I went to Rochester Saturday. I had to go to Rochester to pick up some stuff, and I got like 21 miles to the gallon on the way down, which is crazy. Like the orange one, taking that same trip to Rochester, I was getting like 16, which is crazy. Like now, normally a normal drive like around the city, I'm doing like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
But like on a trip like that, when we go to Florida, I can't wait to take it to Florida because
now you drive it all the way to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The orange one, we drove the orange one 4 days after I got it. Took it right to Florida.
Oh.
And it was
so you didn't deck her out before you took it to Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No,
you decked the one that came back.
Yeah. Before I took it down, I think I got it tinted.
Now, isn't tint illegal now?
Mm-hmm.
But you still do it anyway. Mm-hmm. There's places that still do it, knowing that.
Yeah. Anybody will still tint it for you. Like all the tint places used to tint. They just
like you on your own.
Because after it's done, when you get time for an inspection, they're like,
So it passes inspection?
Yes.
I got you. I understand.
I got a guy.
Yeah, we got a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that can get you guy.
Y'all worry about tint inspections. I got a guy.
Text me.
Yes.
That way we keep it on the low.
Yep.
And I can plead the fifth because right now this is live. I have no idea, so I can plead the fifth. Yes, I'm a paralegal. I can plead the fifth.
There we go. Sorry.
And I work for an attorney who does personal injury. Inbox me if you need an attorney. I can refer you. You can come. We'll sign you up. Handle your case as long as it's a good one.
Gotta be good.
You gotta have injuries.
Yeah.
But that's another segment. See, I'm doing plugins. Plugins, people.
We could do an insurance one too.
Yes. Oh my God. And all the stories that come in.
Or just the people.
Oh, I've had people cuss me out, and I've cussed them out. I've also said, "You want to hear tone here? Come on." That's when I worked there. Not no more. People was like, "You scare me. You be banging on the desk and stuff." I was like, "Cuz some of them just don't have no noggins." Like you want the bare minimum and then get mad when you have an accident and you call in and we tell you, we told you when you was purchasing it, you had no collision, you had no rental. So that means you out of luck, but your insurance got to pay for their damages because you was a ding ding. But no, you don't want to listen. But then you want to call me cussing me out.
And then you get to people that if they call and they know more than I know. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Al. Go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead. Like, tell me how I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. You're right. I get paid to do this. It's okay.
Right?
I spend most of my day like this.
Like, in claims, I spent most of my day banging. I'm like, oh, mute, be like, idiot, unmute. Yes, I'm here. Mute. Oh my God, can you shut up and get off this phone? Unmute. Yes, I understand. I'm so sorry. Mute again. And he'd be like, oh my God, lady, you don't have it. Boom. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay, well, thank you for calling. Such and such.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
When I get the customers that actually know, not today, like sometimes you just get, like every once in a while I get a car guy that actually calls, and it's like, all right, I can just sit here and talk.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yes.
Like somebody that understands, there's some guys, and then what guy goes like, you got to be careful because with the conversation, they might start talking about what they did to their car, and you're like,
you like, and then if it gets monitored and picked up, they send it to underwriting. They did this. Is that on it? Nope. They did this. Is that on it? Nope. They did this. Is that on it? Oh, and who's living in your house? They driving? Let's add them on. You like, shut up. Like, yo, you talking too much. And then you mute and like, is this being monitored? And then they go, look. Like, I'm trying to help you. Shut up. And you can't say shut up.
Try to breeze over it too. They say something, you be like, I'm gonna just go right through it. Like, I didn't hear you. I'm gonna just go right through it. And then they bring it back again. You like, listen, I didn't address it the first time for a reason. Like, now you making me have to address this now. Because they listen. And like the first time you go through, they're gonna be like, maybe he didn't.
They'll be sketchy.
Like,
but then the second time, they're gonna be like, okay, Corey.
Like,
okay, Nicole. You heard that.
You heard my man say.
Now you get marked down, and you're still gonna have to have it sent to underwriting.
I had one dude the other day. He was telling me. He kept trying to tell me about his car. Kept trying to tell me, and it was a Hellcat. So we talking, and I'm like, yeah, that's the one I got to get next. So, but he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I be out sometimes, and I be like, and I was like, I know where you going with this one. He was like, so we started naming some companies that's out there, that a lot of Mopar guys know because we all use the same company for the most part. There's not a lot of Mopar builders that are reputable, so that make good parts or whatever. So we all know when somebody breaks it up. So when he starts talking and he starts naming some name, I'm like, oh boy. I was like, I know where you going right now. Like, we gonna just move it past this. So I was like, all right, the modifications questions.
Oh,
and I'm like, I already know. And I'm like, all right, so any modifications to the vehicle? Like any custom paint jobs, wheels? He's like, no. He's like, well, I got wider wheels on it, because I don't have any grip when I'm racing. I'm like, oh my God.
You just said racing.
So I was like, oh, okay, wider wheels racing, no paint jobs. Like, he was like, no. He's like, what? He's like, I put an exhaust on it. I actually have the supercharger ported. Got headers on it, a smaller pulley on it. I got nitrous. I'm like, oh my. I was like, yeah, I can't help you, man. I was like, I wasn't asking you. Like, this is a conversation you're having with your insurance company. You got to remember that. Like,
yeah, you can't talk to somebody that knows.
The boy, like, yeah, we were friends for a minute. Now you got to come out of that for a minute.
And to get
political.
Who you
talking to right now?
And then go back.
I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, man, I can't ever done. He's like, oh, I probably should have shut up. I was like, yeah. Definitely should have.
Because now you're going to get canceled.
Yep.
Because you're racing.
I was like, I can't even insure you. He's like, all right. Well, I'll see you around. He was so defeated about it.
Like, I tried to help you.
Like, I breezed past it. I almost
feeding the lines. Pay attention. Shut up. So, what is your dream car and what you want to do with it? Like, break it down. And what does each thing do for the vehicle?
I have a couple, but my dream car is a '69 Chevy Camaro Copo. So the Copo, super rare, came on the aluminum 427, and they only built 69 of them in 1969. Most of them are wrecked total. I think there's for a fact 3 real ones in existence still.
Really?
Yep.
But the ones that are wrecked, you wouldn't take one to
No,
rebuild it?
because most of them got wrecked almost immediately.
Oh.
So they long gone junkyards, But supposedly there's a couple that are hidden, that people have that are collectors that aren't showing them. Because out of all the ones that were junkyards, like they accounted for, I think out of the 69, and the 3 that are known to be around, they accounted for like 50 of them. So they think there's some that are actually either barn finds, sitting in somebody's barn right now that somebody had it and died, and the cars are sat, or the collectors have them, but they don't want people to know they have them because they go for. I mean, right now, if you can find a '69 Copo, you're paying $700,000, $800,000 all day. Like, and if I got it, I'd probably put it in my living room. Just be like, there you go.
Your wife ain't gonna let you do that.
No. I never gonna
find like, Corey, you done lost your damn mind.
If I ever hit the lottery though, that's my dream car. But that's probably the most unattainable car because it's just not.
It's not feasible.
Yeah,
it's just not realistic.
So my other one is to find and buy a '69 Camaro, and then just do it the way I want it. Like, I don't even want to find one that's original because for me, like, I like driving my cars. Like, if I buy an original '69 Camaro, I would very rarely drive it because I'd be too scared something's gonna happen to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'd rather buy one that is no motor, no interior, like pretty much just a shell and what I need, so that way I could do my own thing to it. So
from scratch.
Yep. So like if it's rebuild or it's, numbers matching, if it's numbers matching, it was worth a lot more. But then you're also not going to want to drive it, because it's numbers matching. I'd rather get something that's kind of pieced together so that way it's going to cost me less, and then that way when I cut into it, I'm okay. I'm not losing no money.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But that's probably my eventually that's going to be the one of the cars I get. But trying to find one now, like even still, like if you find one that's put together right now, I mean, you're still spending $45,000-$50,000 on it. So that's why I'm like, I'd rather find one that, and now it's somebody else's work. Like I'd rather find one that's I'm gonna start making mine. You know what I mean? Like I don't like buying modified cars or customized cars because you buying somebody else's work.
Yeah.
Like it's not
and
yours.
Then if you're not happy with it, you gotta break it out anyway and redo.
So like if you're gonna do that, you might as well just buy something stock and then do what you're gonna do to it. So I'm like, when I see a lot of people buying other people's cars, and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it, but to me, like, especially being a car guy, like I know friends of mine, like I got friends on Facebook that I've met one time. Well, that I remember meeting one time, but come to find out we've been out multiple times, just cars cruising around together.
Oh, wow.
And don't even, like
don't even stay in touch.
Yeah, like the one dude that we were out when we went to the Sonic event. There's guys that I met that I actually met for the first time. And I've been friends with them on Facebook for like 5 years. But we knew each other from our cars. It was like, oh, you so-and-so with the trans. Oh, yeah, okay, you so-and-so with the turbo Mustang. And that's just,
Okay, the connects.
Yep. So, like, we wouldn't buy anyone, if we're selling one of our cars, we wouldn't buy it because everybody knows whose car it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, I'd rather I like being different. I like putting my own little twist on cars. Like I'm one of those less is more guys. Like I want it to be fast, but I don't want it to look all crazy and look at me, all the lights and everything. Yeah. Like it looks good. Like when you see cars like that, I'm like, oh damn.
I thought lights under the car now are legal.
Pretty much everything is illegal now.
I know why. Because that thing is hot though.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if I get my charger, oh yeah, hot boy, it's gonna be like, Mom, y'all ain't riding in this. I'll be like, y'all ain't eating in this. This is me. I will deck her out black and purple.
That's black and purple.
Black and purple. Ravens, black and purple. And then the light would be purple under.
Yep.
And then she gotta have a soft top.
Oh, you can see you gonna spend some money there. You gonna spend some money.
But then I would have to think about the winters up here and rub my temples, and I'm like, no, let me put the hard hat.
Yep, I want to leave it as it is.
But then I would have the Ravens frame on the back saying sunshine, Ravens on top, and sunshine. Wow. And then, deck her out, put the rims on.
Gotta do the rims.
Because let me tell you, back in the day when I won my lawsuit, when I got rear-ended by a drunk driver, no, that was the head-on collision. Yeah, people like to hit me. So I had the Honda Accord. I decked her out. I had the chromed out rims. I had the system put in to where it had the 12 chambers, so it would change the CDs that I want, and I just pop in. People was like, okay. I was like, I don't need you. No, I don't need. I was like, I was having my 2 jobs, and it was just me and EJ at the time. We was good. Man, listen, what? I told you I love cars. But then my mother was like, you have a son. You can't be having. I was like, yo, Mom, come on, kill that. You all up in here right now. No. So I got the tents and everything. Sunshine was righteous.
Yeah, the Accord used to be.
But
I still love
that was back in the day. But they still hot. You can still set them up nice.
The new Accord.
Ride out. Ooh,
crazy.
I know. But since I've been in SUVs and trucks, I can't drive no low. Let me tell you. Except for the Dodge Charger. But I have to always remember, watch your head, bend down. Because in the trucks and the Highlander, I just get in, I'm good. Like, right. But with cars, you gotta bend down. I hit my head a couple of times. I'm like, damn, I can't do this. But then I get behind the wheel. But I like to be hot up though to look at people. So I might get a monster truck.
I used to love, like, I had the Jeep. I had an Escalade before, like, and I always said I was never gonna go back to a car, and then I did. And then I went back to the Jeep, and I was like, all right, I'm good. I'm just never getting away from this. I'm just keeping Grand Cherokees. I love Grand Cherokees. But the Charger, something about it just.
Charger, call me, man.
Call me. Like I always said, I'm like, I'm done with it. Like eventually, I'm like, all right, I'm going to something else. But I'm like, and then they keep coming out with them. They keep putting out different models of it.
Sweet.
So now they got the wide body, they got the Hellcat, they got the red eye. So I'm like, all right, when I'm done with this one, I think I'm gonna go to the red eye. But then I'm like, yeah, we'll see. I'm like,
okay, Bob.
My wife is like, why you literally just got the car? Why are you already looking at what you're gonna get after this? I'm like, you gotta plan ahead.
She must be rubbing her temples.
I'm like, you gotta plan ahead.
Lord.
She's like, I can't stand you. She's like, I really thought we was gonna be done. Because for like when I'm in the moment, like I'm bad. Like when I'm looking for a car, that's because I have to figure out which one I want. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm trying to find pricing and who's got it, what's got it. Yes, it's. I had so many car apps on my phone.
You're addicted. Yep. You need to go to car counseling addiction. They need to make one.
Between cars and sneakers, I'll tell you what, I let a woman to death because I don't know how she put up with me between those two because I wouldn't. I'd be ready to slap myself. Like, I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, between the UPS man was coming for a minute, like, hey, Gore, how you doing? I see him, like, I'll be at the store, and he's like, I got parts, I'll see you tonight. Like, all right. Like, stop. He drop off sneakers, drop off parts. Next day sneakers, next day parts. And I was just like.
See, I used to be a sneaker, but I'm a shoe head. I am. I love my shoes. My stilettos match my outfits. And then if I don't have it, I'm looking for it. And then when virus hit, I was aggravated. Because I was like, and then trying to find more room for me to put my shoes in. The kids was like, Mom, you have shoes and boxes you haven't worn yet. I said, because the virus hit. Where am I going to wear it to?
That's so the virus had me messed up because I was buying shoes.
Oh my God.
Online shopping was crazy. And car parts, sneakers, car parts. And then Amazon, like.
Oh, Amazon's mine.
Amazon was ridiculous. Like you could
buy. I still am. I'm Amazon Prime.
I was on there today for Prime Day. But it really wasn't nothing I wanted.
But see, I stayed away from Prime Day because I know I would have. No.
I was lucky.
Most of the stuff
last year, I was really bad at it on Prime Day. So there was really nothing that I wanted that was on there. Like I get all my car supplies, like my car cleaners, if I do Adam stuff. That's one thing. Like I'm really anal with the cars. Like they got to be a certain one. Like I want no swirls, no scratches, ceramic coat, and everything. Like, and I do all my work myself. Like, you can pay.
You detail and everything.
Yeah, I do all
you
mine.
The paint, coloring, everything.
I do the paint correction.
Really?
I do ceramic coating. So if anybody needed, I do charge for it, but I charge way less than what you're gonna pay for anybody else. Like most places charge you like between $1,100 to $1,200, and that's for a good
Paint job.
three-step paint correction, and get all the swirls out of it, at least the ones that can get out of it, get all the swirls out of it, ceramic coated again, ceramic coated, so you don't have to worry about.
What about
swirls
dents
again.
and stuff?
That's a whole other. I don't do that.
Oh. What about scratches?
See, it depends on how bad they are. Like, because
Okay.
I don't do paint. Like, I just do the paint correction. So, like, if you got swirls and everything, I take the buffer and I use the right chemicals and everything. The polishes, you got to use the right pads, get the paint looking right, and then, matter of fact, I'll show you a picture. And then once you're done, you coat it up again, and then you're good to go. But it's all about it's time. Like, it takes a lot of time. Okay, so I did my aunt's car. So, like, when you close the doors and they got the two, it's just a black, so right there between the windows.
Yeah.
Now you see the swirls and everything in there, right?
Yeah.
Like, it looks horrible.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
So that, and then this is her hood.
So you a jack of all trades.
This was all swirled. I mean, it was swirled everywhere.
Oh,
and
wow.
You should see the clouds in it. Not
Yeah.
swirled in it at all.
Oh,
look how cool my phone
wow.
is in it.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, but it takes time to do it. Like, to do just her hood it took me like 45 minutes just to do her hood. Like, so that's why it's so expensive, because it's the time.
Okay, time and effort.
The time and the effort, and the material you use, like for a ceramic coat, and a bottle of ceramic coat like this big is $75.
What?
Yep, and it's
they
it's
get you on that.
But it's good for 5 years if you get the right one.
Okay.
So it's worth it. Some people get mad and like, oh, it's too much, I'm not paying for it. I'm like, but it's worth it.
But it's
like,
worth it. Okay.
You literally saving your paint job. Like, to me, like, and I charge, like, I don't charge nowhere near that, because it's just something I do on the side and I like doing it. But at the same time, I'm gonna get paid. If I'm taking 5-6 hours out of my weekend with my family, I'm getting paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so like, usually if I do, I charge between $500 or $600, depending on how bad it is or how big the vehicle is. Like,
got you.
So, but you see my results speak for themselves. But
yeah,
I like to have it. Like, I like to make sure everything look good. Like, I'll be doing my car's wife's car, like.
So what are you good at, so they know?
Detailing, ceramic coating, paint correction. Like, if it's really, really bad, like, if you got key marks on it or something, like, that's, take it and get painted. But if you got, like, like, a lot of people take care of their cars and they go to, like, Delta Sonic. If you're one of the people that got the little Delta Sonic.
That's me.
Okay. So you probably got swirls, because they got the spinning brushes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good you take care of your car, and like, I just started learning this month. Like, I used to always get annoyed with the swirl marks.
Okay.
And so I was always trying to work on them. This is really before ceramic coating even came out, because like, you would correct it, polish it, and all that stuff, and then they come right back. You know what I mean? Within a couple of months, it's right back again. The ceramic stops it from coming back. So I do it, like, if y'all ever want to get a quote or whatever, talk to Nicole, let me know. She'll let me know, and then I can get with people. Like, I don't do a lot, because with work, like, I still work full time and family and do my own cars, and I like to be out and having fun. But if I can get them
so after they get their car, they should automatically do that to protect it. In case
I would. I did the day I brought my car home. I bought a brand new from the dealership, but it had 2 miles on it. I picked it up from Rochester, drove it home, put it in the garage, stripped everything off of it, did a strip wash to it, so just in case the dealership, wax it or anything, strip washed it, took everything off of it, took all the, if they had wax or anything, did the wheels, everything. Did some paint corrections, a couple spots I missed, so I'm not happy with. I got to redo it again. But paint corrected it, ceramic coated it, took the wheels off, ceramic coated the wheels, ceramic coated the brake calipers, put everything back on. Only had the car for a day and did it all, because I was like, I want it to be done before anything could start getting into it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So
that's usually the best time to do it. The sooner you get a car, the better. But even if you've had your car for, you can have your car for 5-6 years, and long as you keep it clean, you're gonna get the swirl marks. Like, if you take care of it, you're gonna get the swirl marks. It just happens.
It just happens.
But they can come out. Like, a lot of people look at paint jobs, like, save your money, like, look into ceramic coating or paint correction first. And if you can't do that, if it's past the point, then you got to get it painted, then look into it. But most cars aren't past the point where they can have some form of get brought back a little bit.
Life.
So
Gotcha.
And it's worth it too because it helps your car to resale value. When my car, when I traded it in, they actually offered me, I did the whole deal over the computer. They offered me $29,200 for it. That's what they offered me. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna take it. So I get there, they came outside to look at the car and everything. And the dude was like, is this ceramic coated? And I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, hang on a second. And he came back and gave me $31,300.
Oh, sweet.
Or sorry, $30,300. So it went up $1,000, it went up $1,100. They offered it because it was ceramic coated. Like, and I did it myself. They didn't know. They just anticipated that I had somebody do it, but they knew it was done.
Oh, sweet.
So another $1,100 in my trade-in because of it. So definitely
That's
worth it. And you get your money back. So like you pay for it, you get your money back. You trade it in. And if you don't trade it in, at least you're protecting your car. You're protecting your investment.
Yeah.
Especially black cars, because black cars, I love black cars, but they show everything. Dark colors are so pretty. Like the Fusion I did, that's my aunt's car. Like that thing, you've seen the swirls in that, like this. And that was quick because luckily it was just a small area. But you see, I just brought it right back. Like she's seen it. She got it when my mom dropped it off to her. And she called me. She's like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "It looked like a brand new car again." I was like, "Yeah, no." Like, yeah, it's my auntie, so I can't care. But
do you want them to know how to get in contact with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Tell them.
Y'all can. Instagram is my easiest way. It's Mr. G, Mr. G 930. I'm on Instagram all the time. All my cars on there. So if you want to hit me a message on Instagram, that's the easiest way to do it. I give it up my government. So
yeah, I know. Or hit me up and I'll get you to them.
Yeah, should be
all right.
But,
anything else you want to tell them?
Nah, y'all.
Because I know your daughter's waiting for you.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
If any of y'all ever want to, especially in the summertime, if any of y'all ever want to cruise, or if y'all know people that cruise, or y'all like to cruise and get together and have fun, man, please get a hold of me. Like, I know there's a lot of Mopar people out here. Get a hold of Nicole. We like to link up. It's a whole bunch of us. Like, we usually, it's probably like 20, 30 of us that go out. Mopars, Vets, GTRs, all types of cars. Like,
you gotta tell me when they have it.
Absolutely. We're trying to do something big this summer. We're trying to put together like a big. They was doing Cars and Coffee, and then that got ruined by idiots. So we're trying to put together something that's more. I don't know, not the like Cars and Coffee was a lot of politics involved because like if you didn't know them, they was bringing it. I mean, the cars he was bringing in was nice. They bringing in Lambos and McLarens, and it was crazy. But
they
wanted their rich friends to be,
Oh,
so we was trying to put together something that's gonna be still chill, like a chill atmosphere where you can bring a family out, bring the kids out, have fun, nothing stupid going on. If you come out there and do something stupid, then you gotta go.
Yeah.
But you want to come out and have fun with the family. Like, we want an atmosphere where it's gonna be safe. You know what I mean? When we ain't shooting and none of that craziness.
Acting a fool.
Yeah, like just get together, have fun, drive, maybe go do some races, whatever. But where we could all be safe and show our kids something different. Like, my daughter loves, like, she get into the point she loves cars. She says my Camaro's hers. Like, that's why I can't sell the car, because she says it's hers.
Oh.
But getting our kids to do something other than being on the computers or phones or anything like that, just give them something different to do. Meet other kids, meet for other people with the same interest. So hopefully next summer's gonna be a big one and we can put something cool together. So hopefully I'll see some of y'all.
Yes, and when it's going down, I'll be there.
Absolutely.
Yes, because I like to be there, and Miles too. Me and him be looking in the cars and they're like, you can sit. I was like, what? Okay. Look, don't get me happy. Okay, I'll be behind there. I was like, and how much you drop for this? Okay, yeah. I was like, we still got two that gotta go to college. So And Miles Sports travel already almost $1,000 for travel baseball, travel basketball. And then for the special teachers, the trainers, because they're like, yo, he's gonna make it. And we're sharpening his tools and stuff. And they was like, how old is he? We was like, he just turned 10. They was like, yo, he's going to be a beast. He's a beast now. He's going to be a beast. Coaches from last year that had him was like, yo, that's Miles? His skills got sharper. We was like, we have personal trainers. We've had the NBA, UB women's coach son, who's in college right now. He's getting drafted. He was training him this summer. We would drop him off at their house over in the cul-de-sac. $10. He was only charging $10. You know how many kids was coming every hour? He was, and it was off the books.
Smart helping the kid, make a little bit of money at the same time.
So he would have them do one-on-ones, and then he would do him against them, or they would do a team and stuff. Yeah, he would have 4 every session.
Smart, good. That's smart.
$10 per child.
That's smart though. He about his money.
About his money and about his schooling,
Yeah.
and then now about to make it pro. And so then we have him now. Yeah, sports. I was like, it hit you in the pocket.
Yes, it did.
So between cars and sports, yeah. But I thank you for coming on and chopping it up, because I love some cars. But definitely let me know. We'll be there.
Absolutely.
Because summertime, oh yeah, I be what?
It's gonna be big. Now that this past summer was hard for me because I have, like my baby was gone and the orange one wasn't fast. I was like, I ain't trying to go out with y'all kill me over that.
Embarrass you.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that. Like, no. So now we got people too we to the point now where, like, you know what, I want to do somewhere like it don't have to just be fast cars. Like if you can
slow
look
roll.
good, you know what I mean?
Like they do slow roll with look, they do slow roll with the
yep.
With bikes. You could do slow roll with the car. Yo, that's even more pretty though. Slow rolling.
Well, we do it
like,
when we go out.
Remember Summertime with Will Smith? Summertime.
That's my song.
Yo, in Huntington, they be coming down with the rims bumping that song, and everybody. And then Soldier, keep it moving, don't stop.
Yep.
Keep it moving. Yo, that summer was hot, and the cars be coming down. Here it is, summertime.
You know, it's funny too because we usually. Well, when we go out crazy though, it's nighttime.
Yeah, but summertime is slow roll, and you be like, lift it up, and then the ones that had to bounce with it, I love those too. But you get them more over in Cali.
Yeah, there's not a lot of. There's only a couple of them on here. Well, I mean, there might be some more that you just don't see them a lot.
Yeah.
So now everybody's either you got exotics.
Yep.
Or you got fast cars.
Yeah.
And the fast cars is crazy because, like I said, we had a Volkswagen I was out with us that smoked everybody. Like, and that was.
I would have. Your face is supposed to drop. Like what?
We was getting under the on ramp, right? And so the vet's here, Volkswagen's here, and they line up, and I'm like, this vet about to walk this poor boy, and he didn't, and the GTI was gone, or it was R32, he was gone. We was all like, what? I'm like, yo, did you just see? Everybody was like, what just happened? Even the dude with the vet was like, I wasn't expecting that. It was like, and his car was crazy fast, but the Golf, the R30 is all-wheel drive, so he was down horsepower. He wasn't down a lot of horsepower, but he was down horsepower. But he hooked when the vet was spinning. He just hooked and was gone.
Oh wow!
And I was like, man,
sweet.
Then that dude left and got his GTR and came back. I was like, all right, now we can race again. I was like,
oh, he had to do that.
The other $100,000 car to go get the other $100,000 car.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Just like you're like, okay, look, okay.
I got a Camaro in the garage. Okay.
Right. Okay.
It was crazy. But hopefully we don't have a whole bunch of fun this summer.
So we got the Dodge Ram out there. That bad boy opened up too. I like.
I love Rams. Hopefully this coming summer gonna be out there.
Oh
hopefully
man.
I gotta worry about Corona. And just
please! I want to go down to Florida if they get off the list.
Florida needs to stay on the list. Really, I mean, this is Florida. They should just be.
But it's hot down there, and I need heat.
Florida crazy though. When you go down to Florida and get shot just from somebody telling you to turn the radio down, like that's standing your ground law down there. It's crazy. Like,
see, but
that don't make sense to me.
But I got my license to carry. I do, and a conceal. I know. Like you gotta be quick on the draw. I know.
We was looking at Lake. I was like, let's go to Lakeland. Now you started reading about everything. You're like, you know what?
But like, no, we stay away from certain areas.
We ain't going down there. We're gonna stay up here.
Yeah, because I'm gonna catch a case. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, because something happened to my babies. I'm gonna catch a case.
For real, like they down there. They just
wilding. They wilding.
I'm like, yeah.
Them and Texas.
Yeah, Texas. You know what's the crazy thing about Texas? Like, I love Texas because Texas, a lot of the characters I follow on Instagram is from Texas, and they got 437 guns and got 4,000 horsepower between two cars. And you like y'all you overdo everything, and I love it. Like y'all just got excessively too much.
Yeah.
Like it is crazy. It is down there. My brother-in-law moved down there 2 years ago. Moved down to Dallas, and he keep telling me to come down.
Dallas is nice.
Yeah, he keep telling me to come down. I'm like,
yeah, they just got too many issues still there.
I do spiders. I don't do spiders. So.
I'm allergic to spiders. Between them and rattlesnakes, I don't want to be down there.
Yeah, like nothing. That doesn't sound fun to me.
Because they said snakes come through the houses and everything else. Yeah, no.
You got to check your shoes before you put your shoes on, even in your own house, because something might crawl in.
Yeah.
No.
But spiders, I'm allergic to. I found that out when we moved up here. Yeah, out here gardening, got bit. 24 to 48 hours. It was hot, big circle, bite mark right there. Yeah. Then the next time it happened within 24 hours. I was like, they was like, yeah, you're gonna need an EpiPen. I was like, what? Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, so you can't go to Texas.
No.
You can't move it down there.
No. Well, I thank you for coming on.
Welcome. You welcome.
I thank you.
Anytime.
Tell everybody I said hi.
I will.
This is Sunshine Out. Mwah, 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 mwah. Have a good night.